You know, there's some days I really wish I didn't earn a living on the internet, right? I'm very grateful for what I do, but sometimes I come across things that just piss me off. And today is one of those days because in previous centuries, every human on this planet would have had to have contributed something to society in order to earn a living. But now we're at a stage where people can just get fat for money and sit there gorging on fucking different coloured noodles and earn a living and get insanely fat, and that's a thing. And it triggers me. It triggers me. And I'm a big bloke myself, right? I mean, I love food as much as the next guy. Unless the next guy is Nikocado Avocado. So for those that don't know, this is Niko Avocado, right? An insanely fat guy who enjoyed sort of rubbing in people's faces not only the grotesque way he ate food, but the absolute state his body was in. The guy had no shame. He knew what his selling point was to be a repulsive human that people would sort of show up to his YouTube channel and watch the car crash unfold as he just slowly but surely killed himself with each bite that he consumed. And that's not me being nasty by any means. That's exactly what the fuck that was going on. It was the car crash. You know, we're all watching, just waiting for him to die. And this is what he looked like at the start of it, you know, a decent looking lad, clearly a very normal, healthy weight, quite a healthy looking guy. And that was part of his journey on YouTube, was like, how much can he slowly but surely destroy himself? And what crazy amount of disgusting food will he consume next? That was his whole thing. And I'm not saying the content I make is the most highbrow, you know, Jordan Peterson level content, but fuck me, this was the lowest of the low. And when you look at this picture of the insane size he became, it's evident of how bad the car crash got. But now he's just showed up on YouTube after being absent for about 7 months, looking like this. He has lost an insane amount of weight, and it has shocked the internet because he did it in silence. You know, with most YouTubers, whenever they do a fucking weight loss journey, every second of it is documented. With him, he did it all in silence, and it's caught people completely off guard here. This guy must have lost at least 200 pounds. I mean, this was the content he was making before he took his break. I mean, look at it. I think he's putting this in a blender. It's the most disgusting content anyone can make on YouTube without actually being banned. I mean, he should be banned for this. Like, people have been banned for less, mate. Oh, just saying this. Are you fucking joking? And look, this is the shock factor he's been going for. He looks like a fucking baby. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fucking hell is that? Oh my God, that is absolutely grotesque, that. And this is literally the level of selling out your fucking own health just to get paid. Maybe people would do that out there. Maybe you're watching this going, I'd fucking do that. But like, come on. The lack of self-respect this man had, it really knew no bounds. And it wasn't just him as well. Like, the people he did it with, I mean, look at that. I'm not being a prick on now, but have a bit of fucking shame. At what point do you look in the mirror and go, fuck me, I need to look after myself. Yeah, I need to do something about it, right? Clearly, he's reached that somehow. But the whole community of mukbangers, you're not contributing anything to society for a start, aside from people who really wish they could eat all that shitty food that you're eating and are getting some sort of vicariously living through you, wishing they could do it, but they're on a diet moment while watching your food. But they're not contributing anything to society. Not that I'm fucking giving it a 1,000,000% either, but bloody hell, this is so shite, this content. Look at that. It's dripping right, look at that dripping right down her fucking chin. Like, even her arms, it's the fat's ran out of any way to go. And anyone who's sitting there going, oh, you know, you're being harsh, you're fat shaming and all that. Look at her, man. I'm doing her a fucking favour. Yeah, someone's got to motivate her. Genuinely, it's not promoting anything good, this content, in my opinion. It's promoting bad health. It's promoting mental illness, essentially, because when you let yourself get to a point where the mayo is dripping, you don't even have manners. And that's part of it, right? To look as disgusting as humanly possible. You're promoting a bad thing to young people, in my opinion, for a kickoff. But you're also kind of promoting mental illness, right? You've abused your body to such a degree. You can't care about yourself. If you let yourself go to that stage, and I've had problems with me weight when I was younger, right? I was ballooning a bit, but like, I got to a point where I was like, fuck me, I need to have a bit of self-respect here and care about myself and look after myself. This being considered acceptable is not helping anyone. And also, I've got to question, like, who the fuck watches this? I mean, look at that. Dogs have got better manners than that. If you're able to watch this, I get, right, you wish you were, you know, able to eat all that, you're on a diet or whatever, maybe but like, really, the millions of views this gets, there's a lot of people watching it, and a lot of them can't be very smart, in my opinion. And I'm sorry, this is kind of, people may be like, fuck me, Brian, but is that really fulfilling your brain in any way, shape, or form? I don't understand it. If people could explain in the comments, tell me why you enjoy watching this, because fuck me, you gotta be brain dead to watch this crap. I feel like I'm getting really harsh here, and I don't want to hurt people's feelings and piss them off, because that's not why I make these videos. But sometimes you've just got to step up and say, fucking hell, enough's enough. Mukbang. Imagine that's what your kid grew up to be. You've put them through university, you're hoping for the best, go on, achieve your dreams, and then they turn around and go, oh, I'm mukbanging now online. And you've got to explain that to all your friends. How is little Johnny doing? Is he doing all right? Yeah, he's eating food on the internet for money. It's a shit show, isn't it? This is what I hate about the online world. People don't have to work hard for their cash anymore. They can just sit there gorging on food like this obese fat sack of shit and get paid millions for it. It's a disgrace. A lot of you out there fucking getting up every day, working fucking hard, putting the graft in, and this is getting millions of views. But that's how dumb the world is, isn't it?
Hi, it's me, Niko Avocado. Hey. Ooh. It's me, Niko Avocado.
So as you can see, he's very much showing off his belly, and he's saying, I'm 299 pounds. Will I reach 300 after this meal? This was a 4 years ago. So the whole growth of the channel has been centered around not just his eating, but the disastrous consequences of it as well. And instead of being ashamed of it, he's celebrated it. He's rubbing people's faces in it. He wants people to see, because he knows that he's, not only is he rage baiting people who are getting frustrated at the fucking state he's getting himself into, but it's also that car crash effect of how bad is this going to get?
We are almost at 300 pounds. So now you can't even see the belly. We're almost at 300 pounds. We're at 299. Last time I checked, it was 299.5.
It's just mental.
Almost there. I want to be 300 pounds. I want to be 300 pounds.
Bearing in mind, he started at like half that. And I'm a really big dude. I'm 300 pounds myself, but I'm like twice as tall and twice as big as this guy, like naturally. It's insane that someone as small as him managed to get to that level of weight. And he kept growing even after that. I think he ended up at 350 or something crazy like that. It's insane how fat he got. And now, a word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by a game I've been playing recently called War Thunder. Now, War Thunder is a supermassive free-to-play action game, and you can fight thousands of different vehicles in epic dynamic battles in various locations around the world. And it's available almost everywhere. You can play it on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Mac, the lot. You can break through the front line in a tank, cover ground vehicles from a helicopter, or participate in fighter battles among the clouds. And by the way, it looks fantastic. And all of the tanks, planes, and ships are modeled extremely faithfully. Each machine looks and feels different depending on which one you've picked. You can upgrade all of them and improve as you play. But you can also improve the guns you have, the strength of the armor, everything all the way down to the engine and transmission to make you more nimble on the battlefield. And you can look at your enemy's vehicles before the fight to understand their weaknesses so you can be a pro on the battlefield. And this includes advanced military technologies, including guided missiles, smoke screens, night vision, nuclear strikes, which can flatten the entire map. I like that one especially. And they've just dropped a brand new update codenamed Seek and Destroy. It's got new features like brand new aircraft, new missiles with active radar homing, and 2 brand new maps, Mysterious Valley and Bering Sea. So if you like the sound of that, then download War Thunder using the link in the description below. And all new players who haven't played War Thunder for half a year or more will get some special bonuses. This includes rentals for the P-40E1 aircraft, an M4 tank for a week along with free skins for them, 100,000 Silver Lions, 3 premium vehicles for free, a week of premium account, and even more gifts after that. So be quick and click the link in the description below and download War Thunder now. So when you look at his channel, it's very sensationalized. As you can see, the food is as crazy as humanly possible. You know, the way he's got like 2 walls of noodles there in his mouth, just disgustingly wide open, full of orange goo. For whatever reason, he feels the need to swallow his boyfriend's face in the thumbnail as well. I think in his head, it's like, the food's not enough. We need to gear this up a little bit, because I don't think they kiss like that in the video. It's just to like fuck with people's head, like what the hell is going on here? There's like walls of food and 2 men swallowing each other whole. It's just weird, and he's obviously tapped into something there, which is why he's gotten so many millions of views. And he has kind of an average video of his, I guess.
What I made had yellow in it. It had 2 cups of cheddar. Why is it white? This is what I made.
Yes, it is.
In that bowl.
Yes, it is.
So where did the cheddar go? Where did the cheddar go?
They're trying to make it as entertaining as they possibly can, right? Well, this guy just slowly but surely swallows as much as he can. And like, this is their job. This is their fucking job. It blows my mind, this.
Not perfect like all the ASMR channels. They're so perfect. They're so perfect. They're so perfect. I collab with it. I'm not going to talk about it. ASMR channels are the devil. They have. You think my brain's effed up? They have no friends. No friends, because they obsess over making stretchy cheese perfect.
This is a 37-minute video, so he's obviously just riffing as best as he can to try and keep this as entertaining as humanly possible. But this has got how many views? 4.3 million views, man. This is why it's so easy for the government to control us. We wonder why we're so easily brainwashed and fucking outsmarted by government propaganda. This is getting 4 million views. And look, if you're half as triggered as I am right now, then you might want to look away, because this is his apartment.
I've spent all my money, massive down payment on this place, and now I'm like 2 pounds lighter.
Just to be clear, $2.3 million penthouse from eating fucking noodles. I'd rather he got that from a life of crime. Because, like, if he'd been a drug dealer and, you know, he'd sold, like, all this cocaine or whatever, at least then there'd be some skill to it. At least then you'd have the intelligence to evade the police. But simply posting videos where the thumbnail is a whole bunch of noodles and you, like, swallowing your boyfriend's face should not get you a penthouse like that. This is an outright disgrace.
Look at the moon, it's massive today. It's big and thick like me. Hey! I have my own little jacuzzi down over there.
You've got to say, fuck me, that is an unbelievable pad. A little jacuzzi on the balcony.
You know, I sit up here in my tower and watch everyone struggle and be poor. It's so entertaining. I love watching poor people. They struggle. Oh, I just need popcorn. I could sit here and watch them struggle all day.
So, fair fucks, that was actually funny. The guy is ridiculously well off. We've established that now. This was the last video he uploaded 7 months ago before he took a break from YouTube. Just fucking mental, isn't it? I guess those are sleep apnea devices him and his boyfriend are wearing because they become so fat they can't even breathe properly at night when they sleep.
I keep gaining weight. Do you know what this means? Do you know what this indicates? My knee's about to bust.
Again, he's showing off the belly. The belly is hanging down. Like, Jesus Christ, this guy hasn't seen his dick in a long time. So to go from that to this skinny little bastard in 7 months is insane. However, it wasn't 7 months because he's confirmed on his second channel that he actually hasn't made a video for 2 years.
I haven't made a video for like 2 years.
He must have stockpiled a lot of videos from him when he was at his fattest and just staggering them, releasing them slowly but surely to a point where he got to this point. But 7 months ago, he must have ran out of videos, and that's why it's just been blank for that length of time. Now, the weird bit about this is he's now trying to pass this off as some sort of social experiment, and he's acting like he's some sort of bad guy in a Batman movie.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries, where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence.
He talked like that for quite a while before eventually taking the hat off.
And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year after year.
It's just ironic, right? Because the guy is trying to act like, oh, I fooled you all. You all thought I was fat, but the whole time I was losing weight, and this has all been a social experiment to see how you guys behave. I've been observing you. Like, the guy got insanely fat from his job. The only way to not stay fat and to lose the weight is to stop doing the mukbangs. So if he wanted to lose the weight, he would have had no choice but to take a break from mukbangs. Now, it makes perfect sense, logically, for him to need to keep the income coming in, so to stockpile a bunch of videos, release them, while secretly losing the weight. Because he felt like part of his whole brand for the last 5 to 6, 7 years is gaining weight and being that circus, that freak show, that car crash. That is how he maintained the views. So he probably didn't have the confidence in his own ability as a content creator to still be as entertaining while losing weight, while restricting himself. And we've seen that other channels have struggled, by the way, when they've tried to lose weight and try to regress how much they're eating. People aren't as interested because they want the extreme. That is the whole point in mukbangs. Now he's trying to play this off as if he's some sort of genius. Bro, you eat food for a living. You ain't a fucking genius. And to prove that, what has he come back and done? Has he switched up his content? Has he changed his whole thing? And is he going to go in a totally different direction now? No. This is what he does the first fucking video back.
Spicy pepper is really good for their immune system, so the vet and people, they always recommend to give. So I'm just kind of mixing this around.
Yeah, the whole, Batman villain arc pretty much quickly disappeared into, well, I'm back to eating food again. He's trying to gloss it up as much as he can. And look, what he has done has made an impact, right? Because it shocked people, and very well done to him for that, right? He's lost a load of weight, congratulations, and you've shocked people and you've got a bunch of views. He's played a blinder in that sense. I can't take that away from him. But what he's trying to make it out to be is not what it is. And to behave like this was some sort of social experiment and that he was observing everyone to try and retain any sort of credibility, bro, you get no credibility from your content. I'm sorry, like, you eat food for a living. We're not going to be like, wow, how did he do it? Look, probably Ozempic. Like the rest of these fucking celebrities are all of a sudden losing massive amounts of weight that they've struggled with for years. And probably a bit of surgery as well, I would expect, because the belly that was hanging really low on him, it doesn't seem like it's as clear now. So the healing from that surgery would have taken months, which is probably why he's not been uploading as well. But that probably wouldn't have sounded as cool to admit that. So, the Batman villain arc is more entertaining. And this whole thing about 2 steps ahead, mate, you are so far behind. Your body has been ruined by the way you've treated it for the last 6 to 7 years. There's nothing clever about that, by the way. If you're that smart, why not try and make a form of content that doesn't require you to destroy your body and make a living in a more healthy way? But yet the first thing he comes back to is eating massive amounts of food again. It's not 2 steps ahead of shit, man. I just hope that he can use this moment where he's got all this attention to actually finally have a positive impact on people by inspiring other people to do something about their weight and improve themselves and explain how you did it and show the journey and all of that. I mean, providing the journey is one that you're happy to show because you've kept it quiet this whole time for whatever reason. Maybe there is maybe it was Ozempic, maybe it was just surgery, maybe he didn't put the work in. But you'd think he would have had to put some amount of work in to shift that amount of weight. And if he can show people how he did that, that could have a positive impact on people. But let's not kid ourselves, right? This ain't a social experiment of his. He's talking absolute bollocks. But anyway, that's enough about him for the day. And my next video, I will be eating the biggest plate of spaghetti bolognese you've ever seen in your life, because that's my new content from now on, because after seeing that, I want a penthouse in Vegas. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe to the True Geordie YouTube channel, and hopefully I never have to cover mukbangs again.